Jackson Radio Show.
It was inappropriate. I've said that 3 times now.
And apologizing for it?
No. When the president apologizes for what he says, I'll apologize.
So
but
you go as far to say your statement was inappropriate.
Yes.
You're not apologizing.
It was inappropriate. It was wrong. I posted it to my personal Facebook page, and I deleted it.
But you're not apologizing?
No.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. You can get my book, Race Pimping, at racepimping.com, because we're about to discuss race pimping. That's what Nadal, the senator from Missouri, is doing. She's race pimping. And it's amazing to me. What you heard there was a liberal apology. I'm apologizing by not apologizing. It was inappropriate, but I'm not apologizing. It was inappropriate that she wants the president of the United States killed, but she's not apologizing. Why? Because she believes that the era of Obama remains. She doesn't believe you exist. She doesn't believe that Donald Trump won by a big margin, particularly given what they thought was going to happen. She doesn't believe it. She doesn't want to believe it. She believes that the overwhelming majority of the people in America want to see an effective president, a guy who's actually doing something for all Americans, not special interests, but all Americans. And she thinks they want him dead. And she believes she can get away with this comment, and she probably will. And you're going, well, Kevin, the Democrats have spoken out against her and all that. I was on Fox and Friends the other morning, and I said, look, it doesn't matter what the Democrats say. They love the Nadals of the world. Those are their attack dogs. See, she's saying what many of them want to say but would be afraid to say. So they hang her out to dry for a little bit, but they don't really want her gone. That would be like saying they want the Congressional Black Circus members gone. All those silly Negroes. They don't want those people gone. Those people are the ones who scream the loudest, who are the squeaky wheel, who make all legislation happen. Did I mention my book, Race Pimping? Get it at racepimping.com, because that's where you need to go. The reason they need these people is every single piece of legislation that they want to shove down your throat, they will get a Nadal or a Maxine Waters or a Charles Rangel, or you name it, a Sheila Jackson Lee, to squeak about it and pretend black people are all up in arms when black people don't even care. Black people didn't care about Obamacare. And I'll tell you something, black people certainly don't want to see the president of the United States assassinated, regardless of his color. And the idea that a senator, a state senator, would have the gall to say that is ridiculous. It's essentially saying we are uncivilized as blacks. If we don't like what somebody's doing, kill them. That's the leftist black for sure. Kill the person you disagree with. How many threats do I get? I got somebody just 2 days ago. You know, I went on TV. You're Uncle Tom sellout. I wish I could do this or that. Yeah, I wish you could too. Because let me tell you, brother, it wouldn't go your way. And I know there are people that don't like me talking about when I get these threats in my response, because you know what? You're sensible people. You're civilized. You don't believe that people would actually threaten me or my family over a disagreements of how we may feel about one thing or another. But I'm not going to assuage you. If you want to threaten Kevin Jackson, I accept. I will show up and whoop your butt. That's what'll happen. I'm not running from you. I'm not afraid of you. And most of these cowards, the minute that you fight back and you say, I'm not joking. Look, I'm a public person. You know where I'm going to be. Show up. And watch what happens. I had some guys show up. I was speaking somewhere. 2 guys show up at an event and they're heckling me. And I, from the podium, said, you better, first of all, you're not the one up here on this side. You're out in the audience. That's number 1. Number 2, if you want me to, I will come down there and I'll settle this for you. Now, what say you? It was 2 guys. Only one of them was mouthing off. I said, if you want, I will stop what I'm doing right now. I'll come down in this audience and we will settle this right now in front of all these conservatives who want to hear me speak. What do you want to do, sir? And you know what he did? He shut his mouth for the rest of the time. And I told him, smart move. So if you think I'm kidding, I'm not kidding. This is too serious, folks. We have a person who believes she can say she wants to assassinate the president of the United States and get away with it. Now, I'll ask you this. Who do you think would say that to Barack Obama? Would say, this president needs to be killed. Tell me what Republican senator from any state legislature could say that and keep his or her job. Not be called a racist. Has anybody said Nadal is a racist? Okay, well, let me be the first. Nadal is a racist. She wouldn't say that about Obama. Obama could, as I said one time in arguing about Hillary Clinton, I said Obama could be wearing a Confederate suit with an I love Nazi button or in a Hitler mask, and people would still love him on the left. That's how good they feel about that man. That's how much they care about his view. But Donald Trump does nothing and they want him killed. Nothing. I'm talking about nothing bad. Donald Trump has done amazing things for this country already. And I'll ask you this. What do you think he could have done unencumbered? What do you think Donald Trump could do if he woke up and suddenly the media was reporting all the great things that he's done? They're reporting the unemployment. They're reporting that black unemployment has fallen 1 complete percentage point under Donald Trump. Barack Obama couldn't do it. Fallen to, I think, a 17 or 29 year low. I have to forget the numbers, but black unemployment is the lowest point it's been in almost 2 decades. It's safe to say that. You think Nadal cares about that? Black people are getting good jobs. Soon, black people will live in safer neighborhoods because Donald Trump's threatening to send the National Guard into Chicago. Why? Because Rahm Emanuel's not going to do anything. Rahm Emanuel depends on black people, the criminals running the black communities. These people meet. They meet for dinner. They meet in clandestine locations to talk about how to divvy up that city, how many drugs they can run, how much, as long as they pay the price, pay to play, these black thugs get away with murder, and I mean they get away with murder. You think that a mayor of a city like Chicago that's got one of the most prodigious police forces couldn't cut crime by half in the black community within a year? You're out of your mind. He could tell these folks, look, we're going to redirect these police officers from here. We're going to set up hot zones and we are going to crack down on crime. End of story. He could cut it in half. He could cut it by a quarter in another year, and he could have the crime rate so far down, you'd be safe to walk those streets. Do you think he wants to do that? Do you think he wants to get rid of drugs? Do you think Nadal has a care in the world about actually praising Donald Trump and what he's done for blacks, whether it's what he's done for the historically black colleges and universities, whether it's what he did for HB1 visas, whether what he's done in not having a bunch of illegals waiting for medical care when black people need it, and what he's going to do to improve schools and look at education and so on and so forth. What could she be complaining about? Why would she fight this? See, that's what you always got to do. You got to ask the motivation. Why would she fight this? Did you hear what won't even apologize, doesn't have the guts to say, you know what, that statement went too far. Now, I said on TV, I don't think she'll get fired. I hope I'm wrong. This is the one time I hope I'm flat wrong. I hope she gets run out on a rail. But here's what I want to tell you, the bigger picture of all of this, folks. The bigger picture is the fact that Democrats would even publicly denounce her, the fact that she's catching grief over this is a good sign. Because they hate Trump. There's a line being drawn in the sand, and it's not the left deciding to draw this line. It is you drawing this line. Your support of Donald Trump says to Nadal, you may live on the muscle memory of Barack Obama and think that you can say whatever you want, you ethnocentric racist, but you're not going to get away with it. We're going to put the heat on you, and I hope the heat shines so brightly and so intensely that Nadal is forced to resign. Wouldn't that be great? I want you to consider what the Black Lives Matter movement did, for example, to the administrators at the University of Missouri, who did nothing in an incident where some kid supposedly got called the N-word by somebody off campus, and the top 2 people in that college resigned over innuendo, over something that we don't even know that happened. We know this happened. We know this crooked senator, this ethnocentric racist, wants to see the president dead and won't even take it back. Do you think we should make her resign? Because I do. I think she needs to be as dead as disco. Not kill her, but resigned, career-wise. She needs to be gone. That's not the political system we built in this country that says, let's kill the people that we disagree with. That's third world nonsense. But let me tell you what the deal is, folks. That's a good sign for us that people are calling for her head on a platter, including her Democrats. Sure, they're playing CYA. They don't mean it. But to have to say it publicly, that's a big statement. That's a huge statement. And it's a reminder that we are winning. Don't forget it.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.